we go up the cart track in the Land Rover?
I want to go past home farm.
You like going up the cart track?
I want to see if the ponies are all right.
Do you want me to take him?
Hey, Mum, you're up early.
I like getting outside early in the morning. Especially if it means Mr. Turner can't find me.
What, this early?
Yes, this early.
What's the matter, Mum? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It's just that someone's made me a rather surprising offer, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
You seen my tie? The one I wore yesterday?
I was in bed when you came in last night, remember? I didn't see where you put your clothes.
I'm going to see how Archie's getting on today.
Mum, he'll only think you're checking up on him.
Well, he ought to know someone is.
What's Archie up to now?
Mum doesn't approve of Archie looking after Alice.
Well, would you let him look after your child, Chris?
Well, it's difficult to say. You said he was good with kids, didn't you?
Nick's already weighed up the pros and cons. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's been under a lot of pressure to find someone to look after Alice. Archie just happened to be around. Doesn't make him the best person for the job in my eyes.
I understand your concern.
Oh, I'm glad someone does. You see, Kath, I might have been away from Beckendale for some time, but Chris hasn't. And it's obvious what he thinks.
I was trying to be diplomatic.
In future, Chris, just keep your thoughts to yourself, will you?
You can't work for Tate, Mum, not after what he did to us.
Michael, we failed on that farm, not Mr. Tate. He's always been very straight with me.
Well, at least with Turner, you've got the cottage.
Well, Joe's promised me something on the estate. It's only a mobile home.
You're not seriously thinking about this, Mum, you can't.
He's offering twice what I get now.
You'll be living in the middle of a caravan site, dealing with problems right round the clock. Leaving Joe to be cosy with Frank up at Big House.
Well, you considered the job.
Yeah, but I didn't take it, did I?
Oh, and you really think I shouldn't either?
You sell yourself short, Mum. I mean, the farm went under because Tate didn't back us. And then you think you're lucky because Turner lets you make a fortune for him at Game Farm. And now you're seriously considering being one of Tate's puppets.
They're good jobs. I'm lucky to be offered them when there's so many without any work.
You're worth more than Joe and Turner and Tate put together, Mum. And the sooner you realise that, the sooner you'll get other people to.
Best be off then.
Good idea.
Hello, young lovers.
What's this, the new laid-back look?
I'm working from home today. No point in getting dressed up. You've been using this tie to keep your trousers up.
Well, is it that bad?
Doesn't reflect well, Kathy. Sending hubby off with an unpressed tie.
I'm quite happy to do while he's wearing it. I'll get the iron.
Something I said.
Something I said. Kathy, love, you don't mind Alex working from here today, do you?
I'll be out, won't I? I'll tell Mum to keep out of your way.
Oh, don't bother her.
I told you, Alex, treat this place as your own.
I'll just finish clearing the mess off the table in case you want to work here.
Leave it, Kathy. I'll tidy it all away.
There's no room for it in the kitchen. That's a mess too, I'm afraid.
I'll see to it. Go on. You get off to work.
Leave it, Alex. I'm sure Chris would be glad to give the whole place a good clean tonight if he's at home long enough.
Well, I wasn't intending to go out tonight, but if you'd
The
rather...
pair of you. Go to work. Take it out on your horses and your secretaries or whatever. And when you come home, you can be nice to each other.
Thought you bought all that Keep Fit stuff for yourself. Haven't used it for weeks.
Too busy.
More coffee?
Cheeky beggar. This idiot insurance man's trying to claim that because the ponies were in a holiday village field, not in one of the stables, they might not be covered by insurance.
Well, that's nonsense, isn't it?
I'll have to check the policies, find out what's going on. I told you those damn ponies were more trouble than they were worth.
They are an added attraction for the holiday village.
The only thing they've attracted so far is trouble.
Carol, we're out of ginger ale.
I know, I told you.
You most certainly did not, otherwise I'd have ordered some.
Yes, I did. On Monday, closing time.
Oh, well, fancy telling me then. I was too tired to listen.
Oh, we're low on lemonade as well after the bank holiday.
Now she tells me I'll have to go back to the wholesalers.
And while you're there, will you stock up on crisps as well?
Are we short of those?
No, but we will be after the weekend, and then I suppose you'll be too tired to take any notice.
Women, eh? Couldn't possibly be you in the wrong, eh? They work for wages. Me, I rely on profit. If they don't do the job properly, my profits go down, not their wages.
Yes, but you wouldn't want to lose anyone with all your pushing, now, would you? And it certainly could happen.
Eric, your career in management has not been an unalloyed success. Why don't you stick to doing what you do best? Robbing old ladies.
What I do know is when to shut up and listen when someone is trying to tell me something. You ought to try it.
While you're at the wholesalers, Mr. Tony, we're out of polish. Oh, and by the way, I asked you on Monday if I could have the day off tomorrow. You said it'd be all right.
Oh, did I? Well, it is most inconvenient. You can't have the day off, whatever I said.
Well, Don't hold your breath waiting for me to turn up, will you?
You can't overfeed them, you know. Caroline.
Sorry, I was miles away. So, what brings you out here?
I dropped in on Archie and Alice, so I thought I'd visit one of my old haunts on the way home.
This has to be the most inhospitable place in Beckendale. You must be at a loss for something to do.
I wish I was.
So, you're still unconvinced about the Archie situation?
Unconvinced is a bit of an understatement. I sometimes think children should carry a government health warning. Danger. The older they get, the more you'll worry about them.
Perhaps some parents worry too much. Life doesn't become easier for any of us as we grow older.
No, I suppose not.
Did you enjoy working with Alan, Caroline?
Yeah. He infuriated me most of the time, but life was never boring with him.
I suppose that's how I feel about him. You lived with him for a while as well.
Yeah, a long time ago. And when I came back last year, though, we had separate rooms in the Woolpack. Hasn't asked you to
No,
move.
no. He hasn't. But someone else has.
Well,
These projections look pretty good, Chris. Pity you let the horse meat contract go, though.
I told you it was too much hassle.
Here or at home.
Dad, I run this business to make a profit, not to make life easy. Not that much could at the moment.
Having the mother-in-law with you a problem?
You could say that. She doesn't like the idea of Archie Brooks looking after her granddaughter. So, we're on the receiving end of it all.
Oh, dear.
Kathy, for some reason, thinks Archie's Mr. Wonderful.
He's not the idiot that everyone makes him out to be.
Hope you're not talking about me.
Archie Brooks.
Now, there is an idiot.
There we are. You see, the knee-jerk reaction is to think that Archie is daft. But look at the way he sorted out everything when that pony was killed. And the way he got Nick help from the social services.
You should watch it, Joe. He'll be suggesting him as your assistant next.
I've already approached somebody about that. Elizabeth Feldman.
Although she was happy working with Alan.
Frank, nobody is happy working with Alan.
has Eric ever mentioned getting anywhere together before?
No, never. We agreed to take things one step at a time. That's why I'm so shocked.
Maybe he was testing you.
Oh, I doubt it. If that was his game, I've disappointed him. I haven't given him an answer yet.
Do you know what your answer's going to be?
I haven't had a chance to think about it. He'll have to wait.
That's what I used to say about Alan.
He's someone else I've got to think about.
Really?
Joe Sugden's offered me a job at the holiday village.
It's all happening for you at the moment, isn't it?
Believe me, Caroline, I wish I wasn't being forced into making decisions. It's all happening too quickly. I'd just like to be left alone.
Well, stand your ground then. Tell them where to get off if you're happy with things the way they are.
Trouble is, I don't know if I am anymore.
You want to get both your mum and Alex out of the house. Remember, me and Pete lived with his granddad. I mean, you need to be on your own to get to know each other.
Mum will be gone in a few days. But if I try and get rid of Alex, Chris will think I'm doing it out of spite.
You worry too much, Kathy. He'll soon forget Alex.
Alice and Peter are helping Nick with a potting or something.
I haven't seen you since the business with the ponies. Thanks for all you did, Arch.
I didn't do out. Not really. Seen your mum now.
Sorry if she's giving you a hard time. She just needs time to get used to the setup.
Yeah, it's all right. It's nice to know that she worries enough to care. I'll let her change a few dirty nappies so she didn't feel left out of it.
Giving up the new job already?
Nah, she's with Nick.
We wanted a word about the ponies.
Yes, you're going to have to wind down the pony riding lessons for now.
But I've got some booked.
Well, unbook them. It's an insurance problem.
But that can't take more than a phone call to sort out, surely.
It's not that simple.
I've got kids coming here for lessons, the instructor's hired.
That's tough, I'm afraid. Anyway, there's nothing you can do about it until we've sorted out with the insurance company.
So how long will this take?
As long as it has to.
Sorry, Kathy.
You're sorry. I am building up a good little business here. If I can't tell people when they can come for lessons, I'll go somewhere else.
Come on, Kathy, it's only a tuppenny-halfpenny operation. Holiday Village is not going to stand or fall by its success. And those ponies have caused me enough trouble already. Okay?
Thanks, love.
Thank you. What's this for? An apology for earlier. Oh. Axelby. But it's not me you should be making amends to. One is Carol and Elizabeth.
I gather you were trying to tell me earlier that I'd upset her in some way.
Yes. And your timing could hardly be worse. Do you remember Hughie Green and Double Your Money? Well, that's the game the Sugden's playing.
Double? You can't be serious.
Hello, Eric. Mr. Turner. It is my lunch break, by the way.
Yes, of course, my dear. Vodka and tonic, is it?
Oh, thank you.
I'll get us a table.
Just been singing your praises to Eric, Elizabeth.
That's very kind of you.
Well, there's nothing to do with kindness. Now, you remember those changes I was talking about in responsibilities?
Mr. Turner.
Elizabeth, there would be a reassessment of your wages, of course.
Up or down?
Very droll, my dear. I couldn't help noticing when I was over in your cottage the other day that the kitchen is in need of refurbishment. Now, how does all that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
Well, I would have mentioned it before, only I just didn't have the time. Oh, and do have that with me.
Thank you. You'll never guess.
Pay rise?
How did you know?
Well, he always offers one of those when he thinks he might lose you.
But he doesn't know. Eric.
Well, the odd word might have slipped out. Right, wonders, didn't it?
But you had no right.
Elizabeth, I'm an auctioneer. If there's one bidder, the price stays low. Two, and bingo.
I am not a piece of furniture. How dare you interfere? I happen to like working for Mr. Turner.
Fine. I still got you more money there, didn't I?
This isn't about money.
It's always about money.
No. It's about my life, my future, and my decision. I don't need you nor anyone else trying to decide for me. I wish I'd never confided in you.
Called in on Archie earlier. He seems to be coping.
Good.
Well, for the moment, but what happens if he gets bored and wants out? What will you do then?
Mum, you're just trying to think up problems, aren't you?
Well, it's a good job it's only Alice. When you were a baby, I had Kathy toddling into everything. I thought I'd never cope.
Yeah. But you did manage, didn't you? Even though you weren't trained.
Yeah, but I always knew I couldn't walk away from it after a month or two or a week or two.
And 20 years on, you still can't walk away, can you?
Gets to be a habit.
Mum, even if Archie does decide after a week or a month that he's bored with it and wants to give it up, who's to say a childminder wouldn't?
I do think you're coping really well, Nick.
Do you know what I'm really looking forward to, Mum? At the end of the day, whenever that is. And that's sticking two fingers up at all those people who said I wouldn't manage.
Now then, it's Tate sent you.
No. I've come to see my mother, if that's all right.
So he's still not said anything?
What do you want him to say?
Admit he was wrong.
He won't.
You could make him.
How?
Tell him you know Robert didn't leave that gate open.
But Jack, I don't know. When are you going to get that into your thick skull, eh? I don't know. You don't know. The only person that thinks he knows is Robert.
And he says he didn't, and that should be good enough for you. He's only a little boy.
Little boys don't tell stories so they don't get into trouble.
I thought when you left Emmerdale, Joe, we'd have the end of all this bickering. Now I find you taking sides with another man against what we all know to be true. And it hurts, Joe. It really hurts.
I'm not taking sides, Ma.
Doesn't look like that from where we're standing.
Oh, I haven't got time to argue with you, Jack. I've got work to do.
Yeah, so have I.
Frank Tate has spent a fortune putting up style so the gates don't even have to be opened. He's looking to the future, not the past. I don't see why you can't do the same.
I don't see that throwing money at it is the answer to the basic problem, which is that Frank Tate believes my son left the gate open when he didn't.
He didn't say that. It doesn't matter. It's gone, it's in the past, it's history.
Well, I want him to admit that someone else left that gate open. Tell him that, will you? Tell him he's wrong.
Come on, son. Let's help Sarah with the milking. Oh, Elizabeth. I thought I might find you here. Working as hard as ever, eh?
Work won't get done by itself, Mr. Turner. Did you want something?
No, not really. I just came to see how you are. Elizabeth, perhaps I should have said this before, but I do appreciate all the little things you do for me.
Little things?
Well, I mean, all the extra work you put in, it doesn't go unnoticed, you know. I should hate to lose anyone as diligent and as conscientious as you.
I dare say you would.
But I'm not likely to, am I? And you do approve of my offer, don't you?
It's reasonable.
Reasonable? Well, Elizabeth, I'm sure you've done the right thing. I mean, someone of your abilities is wasted in a holiday village. Elizabeth, are you sure there isn't anything wrong with it?
Everything's fine, Mr. Turner. I'd just like to be left alone to get on with my work.
Yes, of course. Well, I must be off. Well, we can go through some kitchen designs sometime for the cottage.
Only sometime?
Well, I mean, we're both very busy people. I'm sure we'll be able to get together when there's a lull in the business.
The pigs might fly.
Elizabeth, I made a very wise decision when I took you on last year. She may have no experience, I thought, but I can recognize potential when I see it. How right I was. How right.
What's all this?
Don't look at me.
Chris, the last thing I need tonight is one of your silly pranks.
Cathy.
Oh, it's from Alex. Your mum's gone to Nick's for tea. I've gone into Skipdale. Won't be back till after 8 o'clock. Made you a chicken salad. It's in the fridge.
Chicken salad, is that all?
And a tub of American ice cream in the freezer. I think we're meant to enjoy it.
Well, if we must.
Well, don't just stand there. Open the wine.
Your drinks here. Oi!
Mark! What are you playing at?
It looked like you were nodding off. I thought I'd revive you.
You'll need resuscitation when I get my hands on you.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Revising.
Oh, is that what you call it? I thought you might like to have some tea with us next door.
No, it's okay. We're going to have something cold.
Fine. Well, don't do too much revising. You'll give yourselves headaches.
Cold! You'll get something cold!
Just don't have time anymore. Not with Alice.
You've got to give him a bit of freedom. That gives you more time. Let him out, it's good for him.
2 brandies for the restaurant, please, Carol. If you're going to listen to his harebrained ideas on childcare, you're dafter than I thought.
What ideas on childcare?
Well, letting him out, giving him freedom.
We were talking about pigeons. Mind you, I could try it with Alice, I suppose.
Well, just remember, I'm her godfather. Carol, this gentleman needs serving. Make sure he pays, will you?
I can't take your pigeon off you, Archie. I'm working that hard these days. I ain't even got time to go and buy my son some new gear.
A decent boss would give you time off to do that.
You'll be arguing next that as his hair grows in work time, he ought to get it cut in work time.
I will come into that.
You wanted to get rid of the pigeon, Archie? I thought you were fond of it.
Yeah, I am. Just ain't got time with my new job.
What job's that?
Childminder.
Who for?
For Nick. It's a proper job. So we'll have same again. You get yourself one.
He's paying you?
Yeah, of course.
You could pay me to look after the pigeon.
Yeah, and you could do it as a favour to Nick. I dare say I could get you the occasional pint now.
Go on, then.
But a man like you in charge of a little child like that, that's not right.
Why not? He's had the practice. Be really good with Peter.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's Nick. He's perfectly happy with the arrangement. Though the same obviously can't be said for everyone. We'll have same again. And get yourself a brandy, Carol. You look like you need one.
Oh. Hello.
I brought you some eggs. Mrs. Sugden sent them.
Thanks.
You thought any more about that job?
Oh, worth thinking about, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Look, I'm sorry I was a bit funny about it earlier.
Oh, you're sorry.
You all right?
Shouldn't I be? Just because everybody seems to think I'm a little woman without the sense to think for herself.
That's just the opposite of what I said.
But it's what you thought. I ask your opinion, but I don't get an opinion. I get a rule to follow. Don't take the job. I think it's wrong.
Oh, all right, all right. I came on a bit strong. I'm sorry.
You're sorry too late, Michael. Sorry for interfering in my private life. Sorry for laying down the law when I'm offered a new job. The damage is done. I'm sick of your constant disapproval.
Look, I only came down here to apologise. What's brought all this on?
Does it matter?
Is it Pollard? Has he been sticking his nose in?
Why should Eric's opinion be any less valuable than yours?
I didn't come here to argue with you about Pollard.
No, but you won't miss the chance to do so, will you?
Ah, give up. Look, I'll see you later. And Mum, I really did come here to apologise.
Do you think child mining's a proper sort of a career for a man?
I don't have a problem with it. What's your idea of a proper career for a man, then? Fireman? Truck driver?
Lumberjack? You know what I mean.
Hi, Michael. Want a pint?
No, I'll get my own tar. Half, please. I just fancy a quiet one.
Oh, has your mum decided to take that job yet?
She's been asking your advice as well.
No, it's just that Eric Pollard and Mr. Turner were talking about it this dinner time.
Pollard's told Turner? Well, it's naught to do with him. Or you, for that matter.
How much good do you think this is doing us? I mean, last-minute cramming. They say it doesn't help.
Of course it does. I know all this stuff now.
We've got to have a break every now and again.
We had a break earlier.
There are other things to life, you know.
That's not what you said at the time.
That's because I was using you as an excuse to get out revising.
Oh.
Come on, let's go to the pub.
8 o'clock we'll go.
8 o'clock? I can't go and revise until 8 o'clock. My brain will explode.
Mark, you said you wanted me to come here to help you revise. So far, you've hardly done any. You stop for a drink, you stop when the dog barks. It's any excuse. You haven't done enough.
Melanie, I'm not as clever as you. I don't even know why I'm bothering. I'm not going to pass.
You won't if you talk like that.
Well, what do you want me to do? Kid myself? Melanie, I'm thick. I should have given up school at 16. I've had education up to here.
Finished? Can I get on now? 8 o'clock, Mark, and then you can take me for a drink.
Thank you.
You disappoint me sometimes, Joe.
What?
I thought we were meant to be friends. I know we've had our differences, but to stoop this low...
Alan, look, I've had a hard day. I've come in for a quiet pint, not riddles.
Elizabeth Feldman. But I put an end to your game, my friend. It's cost me a proverbial arm and a leg, but I think you'll find she'll be staying with me.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
Think nothing of it.
What's going on, Joe?
Hey?
Frank's winding down the pony trekking centre.
Oh, I didn't know
You can't
that.
just do that. It's really upsetting. I mean, I hope you didn't have anything to do with it.
No, why should I?
Because it's something to do with the holiday village and insurance, and that's your responsibility, isn't it?
Well, I dare say
Talk
you
to him, Joe. Get him to change his mind, eh?
What are we going to do about Tate?
Maybe if we say nothing, it'll just blow over.
That's what he wants, though, isn't it? And that'll look like we're acknowledging that he's right.
I don't think so.
We've got to get him to admit that he's wrong, accusing Robert.
But he won't. You heard Joe.
I didn't do it.
We know you didn't.
Then why's everybody saying I did?
They're not. We're not, son.
I want to ride ponies again, but they won't believe me.